There you are. Hey, Aline, can you hear me? I don't know why this is always so confusing.
Holy crap,
There
this
you
is
are.
what the hell?
I don't know because last time I thought that we all popped on and I hadn't hit the live button
Can
or
you hear me?
start broadcast.
It says my microphone isn't working. Are you hearing me?
I hear you.
Oh, that's weird. It just popped up and said my microphone isn't working.
Okay. Yeah, because on Monday I don't think I hit the start broadcast button to record it, so I thought we were just having this call without it being recorded. Um, but now I know I need to start the broadcast before you guys pop on, I guess. Kind of weird.
Oh, crap. Hold on. Where are you?
I'm here.
I know, I just lost you on my computer for some reason. Now I can't find you, but I can hear you. Where is it? Oh, wait, there. I think. Okay. There I am. Okay.
So I think I still have a question about this is that I thought I didn't invite public on the last broadcast or the
You know what?
last one I set up so that it was private. But then I don't remember seeing the green broadcast button. So this time I made it in like public is invited. So I guess that means it's not private. And anybody who comes across it on YouTube could just check in and start watching.
Awesome.
So I don't know if that makes me nervous or not, but I guess we'll just share what we want to share, and see what happens. So I don't know where Shannon.
I just saw that she's trying to get on her computer, but I'm gonna go close my office door really quick.
Okay.
Privacy, so I'll be right back. All right.
It's so funny. It's like you have a perpetual laundry hanging.
Oh, yeah, it's just still there. It's just still there from the other night, and it wasn't dry yet yesterday. Oh, I'm getting a call.
Okay, so I'm just letting them know we're live. Good thing this isn't Oprah or anything. You'd be fired.
I know, it's like so weird that this Google Hangout is this confusing. It doesn't seem like it should be, but
I can only imagine people watching being like, is she an idiot?
I just am not.
This isn't very difficult.
I know, I feel like it. I feel like a monkey just like banging on my computer.
I do too. I'm the one who's like, hey, I sent the invites. I set the prep-y so you guys knew that I'd set it up already. You have to hit live broadcasts. You have to invite the public in order for it to go live or be recorded. I don't know. Hannah was saying that because she missed Monday, she wished was it recorded so she could watch it. And I said, well, I didn't record it, so, not on purpose, but. So how are you? Can you hear me, Elaine?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I should put my headphones in. Might be with my microphone and everything might be better.
Shannon's having a hard time getting on.
Shannon just tried to video. Yeah. There we go. That's good.
I mean, because our options are still to not use the on-air hangout and to use the audio, just the regular video like we did the first time. I just don't think those are recordable either.
I mean, there's got to be. This has to be idiot-proof. It's Google, right? They will be making these things. I mean, it's got to be like, user-friendly. So I might just have to try to figure it out like ahead of time instead of trying to figure out as I'm getting on.
Well, and it's also kind of like, what's our purpose? Our purpose is to like, my purpose was to have us gather, under this umbrella of the Millionaire Muse mindset on Mondays and Wednesdays, and just have like this home base so we could just, we can check in and we can be like in sync.
Totally valuable.
And it could be private with the video the Google video because it's up to 10 people, but then I want to, like I was saying on Monday, I want to build this like it's already big, like I've already expanding. So if we start live on air, you know, we can have, you know, one day a week where it's private and the other one where it's like we open it up, you know, and just test the water. So who knows?
Yeah.
But I
totally agree to like set things up as if we have like 100 million people under us.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And did you have a chance to watch the video link I sent with my first when I set it up, and I sent you guys like when it says audience and you can enter who your audience is with a description. Did you see that?
I've been watching like every possible video, so I feel like I did, but I'm trying to specifically remember which one that was.
No, I mean it would have come with like whatever the announcement that the Google Hangout for today.
Oh.
Did you get something like that?
Was that like in an email or? Oh yeah, no, I did. I got it on my text messages actually, or on Facebook, but I've actually been out not in cell phone range for like all day until just a few minutes ago working, so I wasn't able to watch it, but I did see that you sent that.
Did it pop up like on your, you said it came as a text message from Google?
I can't remember if it was from text or on Facebook. How did you send it?
Well, I don't, it's just like when you're setting up your broadcast, it says audience, you know, and then you can choose public or not, and then you choose which circles to tell them about. So I have my Millionaire Muse circle.
Yeah, oh yeah, it did. It came through on my email, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now, but like I said, I've just been out of cell phone range all day so far today, so. What was the video about?
Well, I think I'm going to play it here if I can. I think there's something called, there's a screen share here, so I think I can pop up and show you guys, and we can just do it together. And I don't know, this is why I made it a 45-minute call, because it seems like we have like a 15-minute to just try to get on.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that shit out so it's not so ridiculous.
Oh, I can't wait to look back. You know, the things that I've been able to figure out in my life on a shoestring, and then this, it's just like, you go, wow, how did I figure all that other stuff out?
Yeah, we'll get it. I'm going to play around with it. After this call, I'm going to play around with it and see if I can, like, really down.
Okay. I'm going to send Shannon and those guys another link to it. I mean, I already did, I guess, but...
She tried to call in, like...
There's Shannon calling me. So... Shannon?
Yeah, it's so weird. You videoed it on me, and it failed twice. So sorry to bug you. And then I tried to video call you, and it failed. Now it lets me view the invitation, so I was sitting there watching you and Aline talk, but I can't join.
Did you get a notice that says you've been invited?
Yes, that's what I went to. And I said, yes, I'm coming. And then I went to view the invitation because that was the only way to do it. So when I went into it, that brings up the live video of you guys, but it wouldn't let me on. Like I was looking for everywhere I could to join the call, and it wouldn't let me. So, isn't that weird?
Yeah, you should just populate automatically because you were invited.
Right. Because I think once I'm going, and I create a video call, it's very weird. Now, okay, so I'm re-verifying for Google Plus to see if maybe I have Google Plus, and I don't want to waste all your time, but I just wanted you to know I'm trying to get on there and see you guys, but I haven't been able to join thus far.
That's so weird.
If nothing else, I'll just watch. Maybe there's something I don't know. So anyway.
No, it shouldn't be. We need to get your photo on your Google Plus account so I know it's you.
Okay.
But you received it anyway. Are you on your phone?
Yes, I'm on my phone.
And you have Hangout app on your phone. You have to have get the Hangout app if you don't have it. That's where you're going to be able to get in.
But I've always been able to get in before, the first time I had it.
We'll still download the Hangout app.
Okay, well, I will keep trying, but if nothing else, I will listen to you guys. I don't want to waste any more time, but I'll be listening, okay?
Okay.
If I can't get on it, we'll be listening.
All right, well, now I know it's broadcast live all over the world, so I won't say anything bad about it. So, okay, download the Hangout app, and then let me know.
Where do I get that on the Play Store?
Go to the App Store.
Okay, Hangout. Okay.
And type in Google Hangout.
Okay, you guys are only doing a half hour today, right?
Well, I put 45 minutes because we tend to have the 15-minute, find each other.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll do my best, but if not, I'll just watch you.
Okay.
I'll watch while you're in.
Okay.
All right, I love you.
All right, love you too. Okay, so let's carry on, you and I. She could hear us, but she couldn't participate. So we'll see if she gets on, and then I'll see if I can show that video.
Okay.
Because that's something I kind of want to share. I want to really hear, because I feel like I talked a lot the last time about me. So I'm still trying to figure out how to structure these to share what's coming up for me and how my vision for this. But I also want to dive into where you're at. And then I also, because of this course that I'm taking right now, it's kind of in beta. So I don't know if I don't want to actually put it out here on this live call, but there's some stuff in there that I want to share with you around getting clarity on your vision. But I'd rather start off with hearing where you're at and with your vision for, where you're at in your process in creating this.
Okay, so I've been, let's see, working on my Facebook page. I don't know if you've seen it yet, my fan page, kind of getting it set up and putting a few posts up on it. Let's see, I listened to that 3-hour call last night from Dave Wood. Were you on that call?
No, I have the replay to listen to.
Or it wasn't 3 hours. It was it looked like it was 3 hours, but then they cut off, but it just for some reason they didn't go off air, so it wasn't 3 hours. I was like, what? It's 3 hours? Oh my gosh. But it was Dave Wood and Justin.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good. I actually started it last night live and had to give a massage, so I finished it this morning on the replay.
The course that I'm in is at the same time for the next few weeks. So.
Oh, as their hangout?
Yeah, so I have to hear it recorded.
Do they do that every Tuesday night?
This is brand new. So last Monday was the first time they announced that they were going to be doing this.
Oh, cool.
So.
Yeah, that was powerful.
Yeah.
Totally powerful. So yeah, I'm just kind of in the process of just listening to as much of the audios as I can, and the calls, and setting up things, my Facebook page, and I'm kind of reading, still about branding and really working on my vision for my brand and how to brand myself, and just tapping into what I uniquely have to offer. And so that's been I've been just geeking out on that every day and just working on that. So yeah, I'm still really excited. I'm still on track and really looking at signing up for the Costa Rica intensive at least by the end of this month, which I guess is in the next few days. So that will be happening. I'm actually it's hard for me to think of getting another job in order to have money for this, because I don't want to get too far off of my focus and my vision by doing that, but I'm actually toying with the idea of like literally just going and getting a full-time job for like, and just saying I'm going to do this job for 3 months, you know, to like basically put every penny of that money into this business and just bust my ass for like 3 months and just know that it's going to be temporary and just freaking do it, you know. So I'm actually like thinking about doing that, but then like I said, it's like I have that fear of like, will that take me like off my focus, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but so on one hand it might get me there quicker. On the other hand, I kind of want to find a way to focus on making some money in this quickly to pay for the additional products. So my goal is I'm going to be all in by October 1st. I'm telling you that, like right now I'm proclaiming that. That is like it, like at the latest. And I'm not saying like I'm going to wait till then. I'm just saying like,
yeah,
I will be all in by October 1st, if not sooner. So right now, like I'm just really like looking at like how to make that happen.
okay. That's something that I think I might want to talk to you about kind of offline.
Okay.
As far as like what the next step is, you know, as far as like having this conversation and talk about, you know, where we're at, just because part of me is a little like, you know, we're live and recorded, and I want to have a private conversation with you about what those steps are and the strategy around it.
Yeah.
That may be way more effective, you know, and that's the one benefit of having this all-in tribe, to like see how everybody's doing it and what is the most successful route to go.
Right.
So I kind of want to share that with you without getting into like this, you know, product stuff, because you know, one of my concerns is, well, I'm gonna take this video offline as soon as we're finished, so that it's not live.
Yeah.
That it's not anybody can pipe into it, so that we can still keep it kind of private. But like as far as working on your vision, I kind of want to share a couple like the nuggets that I'm starting to get, because I think what happens, at least as far as like my experience so far, it's like coming in, having a kind of a somewhat of a vision, and then getting really wrapped up in the how-tos and the doing.
Yeah.
And there's so much stuff, even though it sounds like it's supposed to be real simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of us have a way of making things more complicated and complex than they need to be. Probably maybe because our visions aren't so simplified. And I'm kind of thinking, I was thinking about this earlier, because you and I are so much alike, and if Shannon's listening out there also, and Hannah too, it's not like it's been a very simple path for us. You know, like there's some people where it's like, well, you know, I only had this one job, or I was in this one career, you know, and then I decided not to do X, and I went and did Y. You know, and then you're creating your story around that, your vision, and it's very cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I was telling you, like I have this crazy nonlinear background, so it's not like I just got done with this one thing, and now I'm going to do this other thing. Maybe it is, and I can ignore the whole part of my life and just say, you know, this is the situation I was in, this is when I wanted to get out, and now this is where I'm heading, which is pretty much like getting that like your story down on paper. But I think for me, what my experience is that I really want to build this as a branded vision, because that's where my creative energy is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't help but thinking about a bigger picture. And I don't want to get lost in the I'm not actually doing actionable income producing things, because that is just like what you're saying. I don't want to go back and take like a service job or do something like that. Like I'm way overqualified. But the whole reason why I'm here is because I never had a vision big enough that, you know, I didn't just get pulled into something else. So that's kind of maybe your fear too. Like if we just go back out into the world and say, oh, I just need to make some money, make a living, we might end up getting pulled off of this and back into something else that's convenient, because our vision isn't solid yet. At least that's kind of my concern. I'd be like, well, maybe that was just, you know, wishful thinking anyway. So I have you heard of this? Have you heard of Earl Nightingale?
Yes, I've heard of Earl Nightingale. What is that? I'm intrigued.
This is called The Strangest Secret, and now I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, that's ancient as heck. You know, my dad was just like, yeah, he's been, that's, you know, whew, when did this come out? I don't even know. Well, actually, this disc came out in 2011. So, but this is what it says: the strangest secret for succeeding in the world today. So I don't know exactly when Earl was around. I don't even know if he's still around. But what I'm doing, Elaine, I just called you Elaine, was gather the stuff that is giving me the most like ahas as far as like the voices that I'm getting the message from that speak to me, that I think are going to speak to the like my target audience of other women just like us who want to, you know, connect in on this Millionaire Muse mindset. Mm-hmm. And it's not to say it's going to connect in with everyone, but I'm telling you, I was listening to this on my run today. And he's exactly who I need to hear the message from. You know, I think that The Secret, you know, the movie The Secret, she either got it from Think and Grow Rich, I think, but I think also this, or I don't know what the order is, but this is like the biggest secret is that, you know, your beliefs create your reality, right?
Right.
We all know, but hearing it from somebody who's like, it just feels like grounded in like reality, and like if I had a mentor, I wish this guy was the one I found when I was in my 20s. You know? Yeah. And I'm gonna be listening to this like a Bible. So I suggest getting it. I just got this from the library, and just
cool.
listen.
Yeah, I wrote it down, so I'm gonna find it. So are you kind of saying that? So are you kind of guiding me to keep my focus like on my vision and creating my vision, just grounding in my vision, as opposed to the nuts and bolts of like, okay, how am I gonna make this happen, kind of thing? Is that kind of how you're guiding me right now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm getting.
Exactly. Yeah, because getting lost in the nuts and bolts, for me, in my experience, like the last 4 years of working on this other person's vision and this other business, and I got so caught up in the nuts and bolts and worried that I was going to set the nuts and bolts up wrong. You know, I had a miserable experience for a lot of reasons, and I don't want this experience to be, you know, oh my God, it's when you start something new, the stresses of it come in. If the foundation of your vision is like, just keep drilling into that deeper and deeper and deeper. That's why kind of my tagline for this Millionaire Muse mindset is vision it, then voice it, and then live it. Kind of like the whole learn, do, teach, and all that. Like as you're creating it, you know, because I was actually a little bit worried. You know, when they talk about just the one thing, like last week on the hangout we had with the whole tribe, what's that one thing? And I was like, well, I have this one tagline that's been my vision for years, I am that you are free. And that's where like my expression comes from, when I'm just like, no holds barred, this is how I see the world, you know? And this is like the service I want to be into people. And that tagline says it all, you know, so anything I put out there, that's it. But it's also kind of vague. And when I was at that mastermind in New Orleans, which is probably like so much critical stuff came from that, but I'm so excited you're going to be at the next event, because when I sat there and this like notion popped into my head of the Millionaire Muse, because I was like, who am I actually being in the world that's going to inspire other people, that I can like really just put my stake in the ground and say, this is like what I'm up to. And that to me is what that was, because I was already the Gypsy Muse, you know, chief muse of my company and all that kind of stuff. So that's what spoke to me. And then I was thinking, well, maybe that's just like, maybe I'm going to be putting too many things in the pod and it's going to be confusing. But I keep coming back to this Millionaire Muse mindset. I'm you know, just downloads, I'm creating stuff, and I started the Facebook page that I'm not going to like really post until I've really got some gusto under it and I'm really, really sure. Because the last thing I want to do, and I'm just saying this by my example to support you, is that I don't want to put too many things out there, because I think that's what happens with the nuts and bolts. There's there's so much out there, and we have too many irons in the fire, and we're not sure.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling so like confident with like in this course that I'm taking with this woman Nicole Cooper, is that the more like personal clarity and vision, you know, and I think inside the products that we're working with, they're saying the same thing. That I'm going to be unwavering. Earl Nightingale says the same thing. You know, be unwavering in that, and then the exact like right like way to go about getting it out there to the marketplace is going to come with more ease and grace. So that's what I'm feeling. It's sort of like if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. You know, this book that I put out over the last 4 years, one of the opening quotes was, if you know, from Alice in Wonderland, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's who you and I are like, and there are other muses out there, that we're just so in the flow, and we want to just be super open. Then, like, you know, all these opportunities come to us, and we're like, oh, that's so cool. I'll just go move to Dallas and take this corporate job. That sounds cool. Oh, I met this guy. I'm going to go move out to California and follow my heart to San Francisco. Like, you know, and then, you know, and it's sort of like whoever comes around and like catches me and goes, wow, she's kind of a good catch, and she'll do, you know, she'll be all in. She's a yes, you know. You know, I made this nobody over 18 could watch, but like F that, because if you and I don't have vision, and Shannon and the other gals, if we don't have like a clear and distinct vision, we will just continue floating, and I don't want that at all.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I've definitely been spending a lot of time like on my vision and like writing it down and just clarifying it and just getting solid on it. And I mean, I've kind of been all about that this year anyway, because I just feel this is my 40th year. I'm turning 40, so I'm like getting super clear, you know, this year on what I want. So, and yeah, and then this process is really helping me because I'm really doing a lot of writing about it and just like going through this book that I've been working on, the personal branding book that I've been just working through, and there's tons of exercises in there about crystallizing your vision and who you are, and like putting everything, writing everything down, and then looking for patterns of any form that, you know, you can kind of pull together, and just taking a huge like bird's eye view of yourself kind of a thing. So yeah, I've definitely been spending a lot of time on that, and I'm getting really excited. I feel like I have some work still to do with it, but yeah, so it's encouraging to hear you say that my focus is in the right direction, because part of me too is like, am I getting too caught up in the vision and not doing the actual tech stuff, the legwork that's actually going to bring about, you know, the results? But it's encouraging to hear you say that it's appropriate that I'm grounding in my vision right now, even though like my brain wants to be like, okay, how am I going to make this happen? Like, I want to know how it's going to all come together, and I, you know, and then I can feel impatient with that process. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that the last thing that I want to have people, you know, to draw in our muses is to come in here and then be stressed out. Mm-hmm. You know, and then have anxiety and have overwhelm, because I spent 4 years there.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want to be there. I've heard people say, you know, you're starting this, you don't know anything, just don't sleep, you know, and just go, 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 go. Well, I'm so much less productive when I'm not getting my sleep. And yesterday was a good example. I was like, I couldn't even get anything else into my brain. And I started to have that fear, worry, doubt, and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm tired and all this stuff. Well, my alarm didn't go off today, and I got my, like, 7 or 8 hours, and I'm like a new woman. So, like, that health, like, coming in and having that grounded, that health, and knowing that you're driving towards your vision is, I think, going to maintain, you know, it's like slow and steady wins the race. Mm-hmm. I think there's an energy of coming in and being a little desperate. You know, people coming in here at their bottom, and not saying that you are, but kind of was like that for me. And I want to build, you know, an enterprise and an empire, And what I shared the other day is like how you start out is where you end up. And so if I start out in a frenzy, in overwhelm, and that goes for anybody, then what's going to change that? So putting like the right systems into place so that our very, very precious vision, we're going to put it into the exact right system, you know, and then it's just going to, you know, blossom. So
cool. Yeah.
I would love to know, what I kind of want to do, what part of my vision is with this Millionaire Muse mindset is to create, like, as you know, as I'm moving through this you know, from my transition into like this whole new energy, what the exact steps are that are making me the most lit up and feeling like I'm driving forward and on path. So your book would be a great addition to that, the branding one. So I want to create this hub so we can like pull the resources together, and then I want to like structure it out very
cool, yeah.
well. You know, like, because I don't know your experience, but every time I listen to, you know, an inspiring audio, or I get on a webinar or something like that, different people are saying, oh, you have to read this book, or I'm at the event and I've got like all these different books and I've got notes everywhere, you know, just like you. I mean, I've got notebooks all over the place. I've got so many of them.
I'm going to show you my floor of my office right now. This is my visioning process.
Yeah. So like, you know, I'm, you know, the other part of my vision is hitting my outcome goal for October 12th. I have a financial outcome goal, and my reward for hitting that goal is to get a bungalow on the beach in the Caribbean.
Nice.
And the bungalow on the beach in the Caribbean, I have to figure out exactly where I want the vision to be like very, very specific, what island. And then I want that to be an additional mastermind house for our muses to come together, for the all-in muses. So they'll have to be all in to come there and mastermind on what the best processes are to you know, to get on, to create your vision as quickly and sustainably as possible. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so creating a legacy and keeping that in mind. So I'll create something where we have a place to put all this. And it might actually be like where I'm going to create. Have you heard of Evernote?
Yeah, I have that.
You have it? So that was like the best gift I ever got when I got into this, and Kimberly told me about it. So so I may just make a notebook there that we can all share that, and then I'm gonna I think what I'm doing actually is going to be creating a curriculum for life along this concept. Yeah. So that was like the mindset and beliefs was like a core pillar, and then the ability to organize and prioritize was the second. And so I think my breakthrough, if you will, and just want to say was today, just kind of realizing I was having thoughts yesterday when I was sleep deprived of like, gosh, you know, I still suck at the stuff I sucked at, and my last businesses where, you know, I was just hoping somebody would come along and do it for me at some point, you know, but I kept doing, I did it, I stayed as organized as possible, I stayed as structured as possible, but, you know, it's not my forte, and the tools that I'm learning about now are like the exact tools that I need to like make sure that part is cleaned up and I can focus on this, you know. So anyway, and also along with not just visioning, the reason why I think visioning is so important is because the system, when we have a system, and then there are subsystems within the system. And so all I want to do is take my vision and that be like the most important thing, and that I know if I'm plugging into other systems, my vision is going to stay succinct and tight. So I have some other things, all the stuff that I'm working on the outs, you know, under the radar, I guess. I'm going to share with you guys to see. I'm going to kind of test it and then see if this is the system, additional subsystems rather, that are going to drive your business and vision. At least give it a kickstart faster you know, because other people will say, oh, this is how I did it so quickly, and this is how I did it so quickly, and I'm like, well, I don't really know how that works for me to get there quickly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like, well, that's, I think, my anxiety, you know, is it's like, well, if it works for them, it should work for me, but I don't quite get it, or I don't have the, you know, the funds to put into marketing or whatever it is. So I want to share one more resource, and this is also kind of changing my life right now. It's called Converse
Okay.
by Frank Kern. Have you been hearing anybody talk about Frank Kern?
No, not. I mean, I don't know. What is he about?
Internet marketing.
Oh, okay.
Like the president of internet marketing, or, you know, the godfather of internet marketing.
Okay.
He came up again when I was at the mastermind in New Orleans. One of our awesome young guys there, John Pemberthy. It was the first time I heard this guy Frank Kern's name. Right, totally new to this industry, and then he's been coming up quite a bit. So so this book is putting all that system stuff, like all the lingo, into a place where I can totally understand it without having to read a really huge fat book.
Cool.
And so implementing this, it's part of the visioning. It's part of your visioning.
Okay.
So, and this one, I can send you a link. The book doesn't cost anything. You just pay for the shipping, so it's like $5 or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He'll keep trying to upsell you through the process of just trying to check out to this book. So I made it through without spending any other money. So that's our library for today. And
cool.
What else can I share? Some just nuggets. Yeah, one thing that's popping out on my notes right here, just from my course, is about like, only be captivated by your vision, right? Only be captivated by your vision, and not the negative world of other people's realities, or even your current reality. So this is kind of like where we get to be like, I'm a crazy person because I see things and they don't exist to anybody else, you know? And that we get to be this band of crazies, and just remember that you are not crazy alone.
Yeah.
So, is there anything about your vision that you want to share with me?
Well, I think my main notebook that I'm working on is in the other room. Let's see, what am I thinking? I guess what I'm just thinking, my vision is my vision is pretty constant, you know, that it has been, as far as, you know, like what my actual vision is. It's just a matter of like the, you know, vehicles I use to get there and stuff. But I think where I get hung up when I'm thinking about, and maybe this is going back to the technical side of things, is like I get hung up on like creating, or like nailing down a niche market. So as I'm going through like this branding process, I'm like, and I've always gotten hung up on this, like defining a niche, because it, you know what I mean? So I don't know, that's a hard one for me. Like, and I feel like I almost want to like get a business coach just for a couple of sessions, just to like, okay, please help me define a niche. Like, look at all my stuff, you know, just tell, you know, just say, you know, show her my entire, like, here's my entire life, here's my thing. It's a good niche for me.
You're so much like me. I just want to be like, can I just ship everything that I've ever written or thought in my entire life, and can you just like distill it with some magic power and then spit out? But there are actually some really awesome tools that I've got, that I've gotten exposed to. Shannon knew about one of them. It's a personality test.
Mm-hmm.
So you're either one of 4 colors, and that just kind of grounds you in kind of who you are and who you might want to attract to you as far as your team. As far as your niche market, there's another one that is called the fascination test, and I need to see if I can still get the link for that, but it's Sally Hogshead. I was given a link to share with people, but I think it expired, and I meant to share it with you guys. But that you take a series of tests, answering questions, and you find out what your what does she call it? Not your personality, but your I don't know where I put it. It's like how the world sees you, and what you're going to, who you're going to be showing up as, that that is going to be the most effective for people. Because part of how they see you, it's like, you know, if you saw like somebody that you had a perception of, and then they, you know, and they're one way, and you really like them, and all of a sudden they show up and they're trying to like use techniques or tools that maybe work for somebody else, but it is so not them, and you're like, this is so not who you are, and then you can get really real with like what you're offering to your niche market, and what you're offering inside of your vision. It's basic, yeah, I don't know, but it's quite extensive.
And it's called the fascination test?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see if I can find anything on it.
I'll send you the link that I have. I'll look for it and see if it's still live, or I'll just send you to the website.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other things, like I popped on a webinar with Chris Rochlow, and then I saw the same sort of insights repeated in the workshop that I'm in now. So this stuff that you're looking for, it's embedded in all these support systems, you know, and they keep weaving, and it really is. It's like who it comes through is like how it's gonna land. Because I know all this stuff. It's like people are saying, you know, the branding workshop, all the stuff, like you have to find this, you have to find that, you have to find that, and then it doesn't quite land in me. Like I can't sink my teeth into it. I'm gonna wrap up here because it's been our time. But essentially, start thinking about who you are, because your niche market is going to be basically you. That one person that you want to talk to is your primary like target audience. It's sort of like, you know, and I was saying this for years on the road for my own self, that you know, as far out there as I got, I would come back to like my base camp or something, and I would find a map that I had in my truck. This is before I had, you know, an iPhone and GPS and stuff. And I'd find a map, and I'd be looking for something, and I'd look at this map, and I'd open it up, and I'd discover that I'd actually circled that exact place I was trying to get to, like this particular shop location, because I'd been there before, right? And I'd actually had on this particular little map the dot exactly there. So it's like my future self was looking out for me, kind of thing. And that's kind of like what I feel when I get the most excited and the most like grounded, the most like almost emotional. When I think about my vision, I think about like I am helping my past self, like one of this parallel universe, however you want to think about it, is it's going to be me in 6 months telling me, the me where I am now, or the me now telling myself where I was 6 months ago, how it's not going to be like that forever. And that's your target market. That's your niche. Those are the people who need to hear what you have to say the most. Yeah. Because we're all one, right? In that, again, esoteric way, which it's not really my language, but it is kind of true. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, is just like the more authentic you are is really, you know, it's just the authenticity of you. Like, even on the Empower Hour call on Monday night, it was that lady that lives down in Florida. Were you on that call? And it was cool, and she was talking about that. It's like literally just being yourself, and it's been really like, I've been hearing it just repeated and repeated, just be yourself. So that's what I'm really like honing in on, is just like, yeah, like almost instead of just focusing on the niche market, just focusing on I don't know, how I can be even more authentic, and really just getting to the core of that, I guess. Because, yeah, I guess you're right, like, but it's just sometimes feels like when I'm reading about, oh, you have to find that one niche market, and the examples are already they're always so clear cut, and, you know, like, oh, your specialty is that. Well, this is your niche market, and it always seems so, like, clear and obvious.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I fit into that, so, but that's cool.
You and I, we're running in a parallel universe because I kept getting clearer on I'm not like everybody else, and maybe this is why I want to come up with this game plan, because you are mirroring me.
Yeah.
You know, so so with that, I am going to conclude our Millionaire Muse Mindset Wednesday wake-up call.
Cool. Thank you so much for your inspiration.
I love you, honey. I love you, Shannon.
You.
And Pamela, if you're out there
love
listening.
You, Shannon.
And we will touch base next Monday on our next Money Monday call. And before then. All right?
Thank you so much, Mirabella.
Bye, Tip.
Bye.